A newspaper recently revealed Christopher Bouzy's hypocrisy, as he had defended Harry and Meghan multiple times. His tweets spreading conspiracy theories about Catherine's outburst seemed to have been discovered, raising doubts about his connection to the Sussex squad. Let's dive into this video, and hello friends, I'm Samuel and welcome to the King YouTube channel. Bouzy had portrayed himself as an anti-cyberbullying advocate, rushing to defend Harry and Meghan Markle from what he saw as unjust criticism fueled by animosity and hatred. However, he contradicted his own stance by repeatedly insulting the Prince and Princess of Wales, resorting even to cruel body shaming. He made derogatory remarks about Catherine's age and William's hair loss. When concerns arose about Princess Catherine's health, he intensified his attacks on her. He shared a mocking photo of a gymnast resembling her and spread false claims that a woman in a video greeting mark was not actually Catherine but an imposter. If you happen to come across his tweets, and I advise against it, you'll likely feel disgusted. Despite claiming to be against online violence, he was one of Catherine's cruelest attackers. It's absurd for him to pretend otherwise. He's not against online violence, he's only against those who criticize Harry and Meghan. Personally, I find his behavior appalling. Many people, including Harry, Meghan, and their supporters in the Sussex squad, have rightfully called him out. Someone has even taken legal action against him for defamation. He's a complete phony, and there's plenty of evidence to prove it. You could dig through his entire life and find countless examples. Bouzy sure has some nerve, doesn't he? He goes on about edited photos when he himself posted a heavily edited image comparing himself to Prince William. William is undeniably handsome, and unlike some, he embraces his baldness gracefully. Honestly, I can't imagine anything William could do to make himself unattractive. It's certainly not going bald. That's just natural, unlike Bouzy's face. I failed to see why he thought it was wise to compare himself to William. Criticizing anyone's looks is pretty ironic, isn't it? Clearly, he thinks highly of his own appearance. It's puzzling why no one has set him straight. He was the mastermind behind the Sussex squad's vile attacks on Catherine. Who does he work for? Meghan Markle. Bouzy, Meghan, and Omid Scobie, they're all despicable, awful, wicked individuals. Karma will catch up with them eventually. Interestingly enough, the first time we encountered Bouzy was during the Deb Heard trial. Quite a notorious client list, huh? Amber Heard and Meghan Markle. He sure knows how to pick them. It's not surprising, though, considering Bouzy shares traits with narcissists and psychopaths. He's had run-ins with the law quite a few times, yet somehow manages to evade serious consequences. Seriously, though, who does he think he is to scrutinize every move of the Prince and Princess of Wales? Yet, he remains silent on the questionable actions of Harry and Meghan. What about the scandal with the African Parks charity? He's strangely silent. Maybe because it's Harry's charity? He's a total hypocrite. I really wish he'd wake up to reality or just keep quiet. He's just as lost in his own world as Harry and Meghan are. I guess Bouzy and Omid Scobie are two of a kind, aren't they? They were paid and manipulated, and we know who's pulling the strings. So Bouzy is essentially Meghan and Harry's spokesperson. He's part of the Sussex squad and on their payroll too. Bouzy has shown us he's an online bully with his tweets targeting the royals, Harry and Meghan. Maybe they should consider reporting him to their anti-bullying platform. That could be a good move. I'll give Bouzy credit, he's definitely making a name for himself. He's tied up with the former fake royals. They're so cruel to their own family. And of course Harry will keep up with the attacks until he's paid to stop. But it'll never be enough for him, because it'll never be enough for Meghan. It seems like he takes some twisted pleasure in hurting his father, his brother, and his sister-in-law. Harry has sacrificed his dignity and integrity to keep Meghan Markle happy. Thankfully, Her Majesty the Queen isn't around to witness this mess. There's just so much chaos happening all at once. It's getting out of hand. It's surreal how Bouzy speaks, but Meghan's words seem to echo through him. I've never seen a man so fixated on a woman's appearance before. Catherine is naturally stunning. She doesn't need plastic surgery, and neither does William. It's like their bond transcends looks. Can you imagine that? I suppose he can't grasp something like that. It's too complex for him to understand. He's definitely someone to keep an eye on, and I eagerly await the day when he's exposed. Isn't what he did to Catherine exactly what he's accusing Meghan of? He's just as vile as Harry, Meghan, and Scooby-Doo. The relentless and disgusting attacks on Catherine need to stop. It's time to fight back against Meghan, Harry, and their followers. Organizing a bot campaign is just outrageous. I hope they're uncovered and put a stop to. Meghan and Harry's connections in the US are pretty alarming when you dig into them. The problem with Meghan Markle and her pals is they have too much free time on their hands. You know what they say about idle hands, the devil's playground? They can't stand Catherine because she'll be queen someday. She's everything Meghan's not: beautiful, kind, smart. Meghan's upset they didn't just hug it out and become best friends, but she was never going to be willing to curtsy to Catherine. It's amusing how Bouzy criticizes others' appearances while claiming to condemn all forms of bullying. It just doesn't add up. I wish I had seen him address Harry's involvement in the Diddy scandal, but perhaps both Bouzy and Harry will stay silent, just like they have during the African Park scandal. It's high time the mainstream media exposed all the antics surrounding Meghan and Harry. If we can do it, why can't they? The problem is they're lazy and just regurgitate whatever the sugars feed them. That's exactly why bullies like Bouzy continue to target innocent people. Apparently he used to run an online escort service too. Quite the revelation, isn't it? How did he end up mingling with the gruesome twosome, I wonder? Well, he's their spokesperson because he's also a liar. And the whole world adores Catherine, the Princess of Wales. So no matter how much they try to attack her, it won't bring her down. Maybe Meghan and Harry suggested talking to him because they thought they heard his last name. Remember, Harry and Meghan aren't the brightest, so they probably assumed someone with that surname would be eager to join the party. But he's just a pawn in their little games. Soon enough, they'll discard him when he's no longer useful. The awful things he did to the Prince and Princess of Wales truly tarnished his reputation. He's on track to lose everything, and karma will catch up with him. Or perhaps Bouzy doesn't care about his reputation at all. I believe he's a narcissist, just like Meghan. He craves attention and will do anything to get it. He claims to be a champion for people's rights, but he's not. Despite the controversy surrounding his behavior, he continues down that path. How are there still people who blindly support Harry and Meghan? I can't wrap my head around why there are still folks claiming to love them. They've betrayed their own families, they lie, and they'll do anything to make a buck for themselves. They don't care who they hurt in the process. I firmly believe Meghan Markle is behind much of the online bullying directed at Catherine. And let's not forget about all the bots Meghan reportedly purchased in 2019 and again in January in India, supposedly to boost the online presence of American Riviera Orchard. She and her PR team were responsible for initiating this terrible behavior against Princess Catherine through online publications based in LA. One particular publication churned out several false and misleading articles about the Prince and Princess of Wales. Then, there was the breach of medical records, which apparently also originated from LA. Additionally, a photo was leaked, with reports suggesting that the New York Times and Getty received emails urging them to suppress that photo. It's no secret that she spent a lot of time with Mr. Getty, and WME also followed suit with an article. Some celebrities even joined in on the attack. The common thread tying all this chaos together is Meghan Markle and her jealousy. Essentially, Meghan has turned jealousy and animosity into an ideology for those willing to attack and fabricate hateful stories about Catherine. Bouzy is one of these individuals. He's also an opportunist, exploiting others' suffering for his own gain. I'm relieved that he's finally being exposed. It might not be enough to halt his actions, but perhaps it'll serve as a wake-up call. With so many eyes on him now, he needs to tread carefully with his next words. I believe we should voice our opinions by avoiding any media company involved in these baseless attacks on Princess Catherine. The same goes for any celebrities who felt the need to share their misguided and unwanted opinions on Catherine's situation. For narcissists like Harry and Meghan, the best approach is to simply ignore them, to gray rock them, denying them any attention. Eventually, they'll fade away into obscurity. And that concludes this video. If you agree with my perspective, please like and share this video to support my channel. If not, feel free to comment with your thoughts. Don't forget to subscribe to receive notifications for our latest videos. We'll return soon with more engaging content. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.